Level 1. The Village Child. You were born in a mountain village in Iga province during a war that has no beginning anyone alive can name. The village sits in the folds of the hills like a secret the land is keeping. Strangers who wander too close do not always wander back out. Your house is wood and thatch. The floor is cold-packed earth. Your father is gone more often than he is home, and when he returns he carries new scars he does not explain, and a smell of pine smoke and long roads. You are 6 years old and you already know things that children in the cities do not. You know how to cross a wooden floor without waking it. You know which plants in your grandmother's garden heal and which ones do the opposite. You know the village keeps secrets, and the secrets keep the village alive. The mountains protect you. The forests swallow you whole. Outside the hills, they call your people ninja. Inside the hills, your people call themselves Shinobi, one who endures, one who hides. Those two things are different from one who fights, and your family has spent generations understanding exactly why that difference is the one that keeps you alive. Level 2. The Student. Your training begins before you can question it. Your father takes you into the forest at dawn when you are 7. He does not teach you to fight first. He teaches you to fall. You climb a branch and he tells you to drop, and you land badly, and the air leaves you completely, and you climb again. By the end of that season, you land without sound. Then the mountain trails until your legs fail beneath you. The elders raise the difficulty each week. They want your body to stop believing in the word impossible. You learn to swim cold rivers with your hands bound. You learn to hang from a beam in silence until your arms are made of fire, and you hang there anyway because pain is only information, and information does not get to tell you what to do. Your grandmother teaches you the rest. The shuriken that distracts rather than kills, because a shinobi who relies on the kill is already running out of options. The hollow reed that lets you breathe underwater for as long as the mission requires. The powders that blind. The smoke that erases you from a room. The poisons she measures by candlelight, with the same hands that once made your medicine. And this is when you understand that the distance between healing and harm has always been the same substance measured differently. You learn 7 faces: monk, merchant, farmer, beggar, wandering entertainer. A good disguise is not a mask placed over your face. It is a whole life layered over yours so completely that the life underneath forgets, for hours at a time, that it was ever anything else. You are 15 when the elders begin watching you with the specific attention they give to things they are considering trusting. Level 3. The Genin. The mission arrives at 16. Genin, lower ninja, the rank that moves first through the dark. They send you into a neighboring province as a traveling medicine seller. The herbs are real, the selling is real, the listening is the mission. You walk into a castle town and you smile and you bow and you become forgettable because a face no one registers can return to the same street twice without raising a single eye. You count the guard rotations. You learn which captain drinks through his shift and which official carries debt he cannot explain. You memorize everything without writing a single character because a written word found on your body is not a clue, it is a confession. You sleep in stables and under bridges and in the homes of strangers who see a quiet traveler and nothing else. You return. You report. Your handler nods once without expression, and that nod is the complete and total recognition your work will ever receive in this life. You go out again and again. You are 20 now, and you have worn 4 lives that were not yours and crossed 5 provinces that were not safe, and you have not yet killed a man, and you tell yourself this with the specific care of someone protecting a belief they already suspect is temporary. Level 4. The Infiltrator. Deep cover. Not 4 days inside a target, 1 year. You do not scale the fortress walls in the dark. You walk through its front gate in daylight asking for honest work, and they give you a broom, and you disappear into the daily machinery of a place that would kill you the moment it understood what you are. Servants are invisible because the powerful do not see the hands that carry their water. They look through them the way they look through furniture. You map the secret passages. You learn which retainer is loyal and which one has a debt that makes him flexible. You let an entire year pass before sending a single word outward, because trust is built in years and destroyed in a heartbeat. You marry during this time. Her name is Yuki, and the marriage gives your cover deeper roots. But something happens that your training prepared you for everything except. You love her, actually. She does not know what you are, and you lie to her every single day, and the lying costs more than any danger the field has ever charged. A son is born in the second year. You hold him and feel the full weight of two lives resting on a secret only you carry. The order comes in the third year. You leave a gate unbarred on a moonless night. The fortress falls before sunrise. You take Yuki and your son into the chaos and slip away, and you never tell her what you did inside that building. The deepest damage in this work leaves no visible mark. Level 5. The Chunin. They move you off the field and make you the bridge. Above sit the Jonin who design the great operations. Below sit the Genin who walk into them. Your work is the distance between a plan and a mission that men actually come home from. One summer, you send a young man north to a castle town. He is bright and fast and reminds you of yourself at 16 in ways that make the sending harder rather than easier. He does not return. No record of him exists anywhere safe to write. You carry his face in the interior place where you keep everything this work has taken from you. That place has been filling steadily for years. You learn to grieve in private and command in public, because a Chunin who shows what the losses cost him loses the people willing to go next. You hold a network across a dozen provinces, each operative knowing only what they need to survive their own mission, none of them knowing the shape of the whole. You are the only one who holds the shape of the whole. The loneliness of that knowledge is its own particular kind of damage, and you notice it the way you notice a sound you cannot locate. Present, sourceless, getting closer every year. Level 6. The Jonin, the highest rank. You are 50 years old, and you have not carried a weapon into a field mission in a decade. You carry provinces in your mind instead. You sit with the great daimyo, feudal lords of the Sengoku period in private rooms and sell them what their armies cannot take by force. Secrets, sabotage, the quiet errand that ends a man in ways that look like nature concluding its business on schedule. They need you and fear you simultaneously, and look at you with the expression of men who are thinking about both at once and have decided they cannot afford either feeling. A shadow clan with no lord eventually starves. That is the truth the legends about ninja never include. The storm arrives. A warlord marches into the Iga Mountains with a force too large to count. You fight the only way the shinobi have ever fought. You bleed them in the dark passes. You burn their supply lines. You collapse the shadows around them until every dark place becomes something they cannot stop fearing. But you are finite, and they are not. You torch your own records before you flee and leave nothing readable in the ashes. Yuki is already 2 winters gone when the soldiers come. A fever took her, and none of your grandmother's knowledge could do anything for what was taking her. And that helplessness was the first thing in 50 years your training had no answer for. You scatter the survivors. You tell them to bury the craft inside ordinary lives and forget they were ever shinobi. Then you walk away from the burning village alone, and you do not look back, because looking back is for people who still have something behind them. Somewhere in a mountain province, the warlord's maps have not yet reached a child is learning to cross a room at night without waking the boards. His father smells of pine smoke and roads. The boy does not know what those secrets will one day cost him. He does not know who he will be required to become. He will find out. They always do. The cycle continues.